In this video, we are pulling back the curtain on the UK's bottled water industry. The 7 brands you need to stop buying today. From processed tap water sold at a premium to toxic microplastics leaching from cheap bottles, what you are about to discover will change how you hydrate forever. We aren't just looking at labels, we are looking at the molecular structure of what you drink. Stay until the end, where we reveal the only 2 brands that are actually pure. Let us expose what is really in your glass. The popularity trap, global giants. Starting at number 7, Evian. As one of the world's most recognizable brands, its alpine marketing is legendary. However, the sheer scale of global distribution is its ultimate downfall. Evian bottles are shipped thousands of miles, often sitting in hot shipping containers or non-temperature controlled warehouses for months. This extended shelf life in plastic leads to significantly higher rates of microplastic shedding. When PET1 plastic is exposed to the minor vibrations of shipping and the heat of storage, the polymer chains begin to weaken. By the time that bottle reaches a UK shelf, it isn't just water anymore, it's a suspension of microscopic plastic particles. Furthermore, the massive carbon footprint required to move French water to a global market makes it one of the least sustainable choices on the shelf. You aren't just buying the Alps, you're buying a logistical nightmare. At number 6, Volvic. Another giant in the UK market, Volvic is marketed through its volcanic heritage in the Auvergne region. But popularity has a price that the environment is paying. In recent years, local communities near the source have reported drying springs and plummeting water tables, because industrial extraction is happening faster than nature can replenish it. Beyond the ethics, we need to talk about the mineral profile. Volvic is surprisingly low in essential magnesium and calcium compared to traditional British mineral springs. When you drink water, your body isn't just looking for wetness, it's looking for the electrolytes that govern your nervous system. Volvic provides a thin mineral profile that doesn't offer the same cellular support as deep source waters. For a brand that claims to be one with nature, the reality is a massive industrial operation that prioritizes global volume over the ecological health of the French countryside. The British industrial leaders. At number 5, Highland Spring. It is a dominant force in UK supermarkets, marketed as being from protected organic land in the Oak Hill Hills. However, to maintain its status as the UK's top-selling brand, Highland Spring uses industrial-scale pumping. When you pump water at this velocity, you change its physical properties. Natural spring water has a specific structure, the way water molecules cluster together. Rapid, high-pressure industrial pumping can break these clusters, resulting in what scientists call unstructured water. This makes it harder for your cells to actually absorb the liquid, meaning you can drink a whole bottle and still feel surface-level thirsty. You are consuming a product of mass industrialization where quantity is prioritized over the unique raw fingerprint of the natural spring. At number 4, Buxton. Owned by Nestlé, this is perhaps the most common mineral water found in UK offices and gyms. Because it is a logistics brand, it is often stored in high-heat environments. This brings us to the danger of antimony. Antimony is a catalyst used in the making of PET plastic. Under normal conditions, it stays in the plastic. But when Buxton bottles sit in a delivery van or a warm gym bag, the heat triggers the release of this heavy metal into the water. Long-term exposure to even trace amounts of antimony can lead to gastrointestinal issues and metabolic disruption. You are buying a historic British name, but the modern industrial journey often compromises the chemical purity of the product. The processed, dead waters. At number 3, Glosseau Smart Water. Owned by Coca-Cola, this brand uses vapor distillation to sound futuristic. Here is the truth. They take local municipal water, plain tap water, and distill it. Distillation is a scorched earth policy for water. It kills bacteria, yes, but it also kills the water's life. Smart water is biologically dead. To fix this, they chemically add electrolytes like magnesium sulfate and potassium bicarbonate back in just for taste. However, these lab-created minerals do not have the same bioavailability as minerals that have been dissolved in water over centuries of rock filtration. Most concerningly, distilled water is often acidic with a pH as low as 6.5. Your blood needs to maintain a slightly alkaline pH of 7.4. Drinking acidic, dead water forces your body to use its own mineral reserves to buffer the acidity. You are paying a massive premium for a factory product that started in a municipal pipe and ends up stressing your internal chemistry. At number 2, Tesco Ashbeck, and other supermarket value brands. These are the ultimate budget choices, but they come with a high chemical cost. These bottles use the thinnest PET1 plastic possible to save on manufacturing and shipping weight. This ultra-thin plastic is highly susceptible to UV degradation. If these crates sit in a sunlit supermarket window or a clear plastic-wrapped pallet on a loading dock, the UV rays break down the chemical bonds of the bottle. This releases pH phthalates, endocrine disruptors that mimic hormones in the human body. Testing has shown that budget waters stored in direct light have significantly higher chemical signatures than those stored in dark, cool glass. You think you're saving money, but you're trading your hormonal health for a 25p bottle of water. The corporate commodity, taking the #1 spot for the absolute worst, Nestlé Pure Life. This brand is the global symbol for the commodification of a basic human right. Sourced from various municipal or groundwater sites, it undergoes aggressive industrial filtration like reverse osmosis. Reverse osmosis creates what scientists call hungry water. Because it has been stripped of every single ion and mineral, the water becomes a powerful solvent. When you drink it, it doesn't just hydrate you. It actually searches for minerals to bind to. It can pull calcium from your teeth and electrolytes from your blood to reach an equilibrium. Furthermore, Nestlé has a history of outpumping local communities, sometimes continuing to extract water during droughts. When you drink Pure Life, you are supporting a corporate model that views water as a commodity to be mined, not a resource to be protected. It is the most overprocessed, ethically questionable, and biologically empty bottle on the shelf. The pure alternatives. So who is actually doing it right? There are two brands that stay true to the source and avoid the industrial trap. First is Hilden Natural Mineral Water. Sourced from the chalk hills of Hampshire, this water is bottled exactly as it comes out of the ground. There are no chemical treatments, no vapor distillation, and no reverse osmosis. It is naturally filtered through deep layers of chalk, which acts as a natural buffer, giving the water a perfectly balanced, high-calcium alkaline profile. Most importantly, Hilden is widely available in glass bottles. Glass is inert. It doesn't leach, it doesn't shed microplastics, and it preserves the water's natural living structure. Finally, the gold standard, Tai Nant. Coming from the remote mountains of Wales, this is high-quality, deep-source water. It's famous for its iconic blue glass bottles, which act as a filter against UV light, preserving the water's purity. Because it's bottled at a single protected source, there is zero mixing of anonymous waters. It is naturally rich in silica, the beauty mineral, and magnesium. There is no industrial processing, no added chemicals, and no plastic contamination. It is pure, raw, and untouched by the corporate machine. The choice is clear. Stop buying factory water in cheap plastic and start looking for glass-bottled single-source mineral water. Your body and the planet will thank you.